Hey guys, so there is a lot of bad career advice on the internet regarding finding a software job. It comes from HR people and some gurus on the internet, but most of it is complete trash. So today I will show you some of this advice so you can save you some time and probably land a job. So my name is Ivan, I'm an AI engineer in the company, and over the course of my career I interviewed in more than 100 companies. So I got rejected in most of them, but I probably know a little bit about getting hired as a software engineer. So the first advice I wanted to discuss is that you should have some kind of portfolio, some kind of personal project which you will attach to your resume, and you will show to your employer like, look, on the GitHub I wrote some beautiful code, and because of this they will hire you and get you a high salary. Well, in reality it doesn't work. It doesn't work for new grads, it doesn't work for established software professional. It just doesn't work. And to understand why, we should look at who should, in theory, review your pet project, and who should give you a positive feedback on this. Well, in reality there is only like 3 people standing between you and getting hired. The first one is HR manager, the second one is software engineer who will be conducting a technical interview and giving you feedback, and the third one is project manager. Well, the HR manager probably doesn't care, he can't read code, and he probably won't see your portfolio. Well, the second one is software engineer, and this guy can review your code, but it almost never happens because the guy, like software engineer, he has his own job to do, he has his tasks, and the interviewing is just a side quest for him during the day. And almost never you are interviewed as a one candidate. There are always like 10 people or something. And take his perspective for a minute, because he, for example, even if he opens your project, this project could be stolen. This project could be given to you by some kind of boot camp or something like this, and it doesn't have any value because of it. This project can be just AI slopped, and this project can be like 10,000 lines of code, and this software engineer should review it, give you feedback on it, and somehow based on this project he should make a decision on whether you will be hired. And he can check you didn't stole it, you didn't like just prompted Claude and just spit it out. So the reality of your project even being seen by any of the recruiters is very low. So why do people telling you to write some kind of portfolio or some kind of project? Well, it's for 2 reasons. The main one is that they can easily sell you a course where you will be for 6 months doing your pet project and actually doing nothing to get a real job, and all this time they will get money from you. And the second reason is actually more practical, because if you have a personal project you can write it down in your resume, and it will look somehow like actual commercial experience, but in reality everyone understands that it's not. I probably link somewhere here an example of a resume where it is stated like the personal project will somehow look like a commercial experience, but it doesn't. And HR manager sees it, or a technical recruiter sees it. He understands you did not work in the past on the tasks which he wants to hire you for. Then you won't be able to solve these tasks for him. Well, I hope you understood the problem is that it doesn't look like a commercial experience, so it doesn't count. The same goes, by the way, for like independent consulting or stealth startup or something like founder of my own startup. It doesn't look like a commercial experience, so it not increases your chances of being hired, it decreases them almost to 0. Unfortunately, that's the reality of the market. So the second advice, which is wrong, and I hear it a lot, you shouldn't change your jobs often. And it's obviously bullshit, because in the first years of your career, then you got hired, the fastest way for you to grow in the salary is to change your job, like job hopping. And HRs, they are telling you to stay in one place, not because of any value for them. It's because the HR doesn't work for you, it works for the company, and their task is to maximize STV, like slave time value of the employer, and basically keep you with the lowest salary as long as possible. So if you will be switching jobs and asking for a raise in each new place, it will be hard for them to keep you on low salary they probably offered you on your first job. So yeah, the third question is also regarding the job search. It's like the career advice of the century is like, then you can't find a job, then you are sitting for several months and you like applied to hundreds of postings and didn't get anything in return. They tell you to start networking, to start getting referrals for your resume. And actually what I wanted to tell you is that referrals and networking doesn't work as you think it is. Well, if you are applying to a startup with less than 10 people, it probably matters that you know the founder. But if you are applying to a company with like 50 plus people, these companies has a standard procedure for basically any new hire they have. So then you are getting referred by like an internal employee, like a software engineer, just like you, for example. You will be passing the same steps like any other guy. You will probably end up in the same CRM, and you will be probably questioned by the same HR, and you will probably pass the same technical and system design interview as anyone else. So what does networking do for you in this situation? It helps you pass the HR filter. Well, in reality, if you have a strong resume, you don't need networking or referrals to pass the HR filter. And if you had a bad resume, it doesn't help you that you got referred by some kind of guy. And this advice, why is it bad? Because it doesn't tell you the system to get a job. It tells you what you should network, and what actually do. You go to the conferences and talk to these people who is like 20 years older than you, and what do you get for them? Like, go to any software engineer you see and ask for a job? That's not a plan, that's bullshit. And they tell you because they can't, and they tell you this because they can't get you any more solid advice. So in fact, all these kind of advices come from the same place. These HRs just can't tell you how the actual market works, because it would be bad for them, and it would be a bad look for them, and it would state to you that it is hard and almost impossible for you to get a job as a new grad in 2026. The reality of the market is that your resume is not filtered by some kind of AI or some kind of recruiter which filters you out. The reality of the market in 2026 is that if you have less than 3 years of commercial experience, it will be very hard for you to find a job in software. Because you can apply with this kind of self-made projects and portfolio to the internships programs, but they are very little. And if your specialty is something like front-end, QA, DevOps, there are so little internships that it's like almost unreal for you to land one outside of big tech. And even in big tech, these job postings for interns, they are overwhelmed, and they are overwhelmed if they were real to begin with. And you will spend probably a year applying to these internships and getting nothing in return. I know it because like several years ago I passed through the same story, so it was really humiliating and really bad for me, because like you won't get 90% of the time you won't even get to speak to a real person. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked it. I will be doing some videos on how to write resume and how to really apply, how to get a job. Not this bullshit advice on my channel, so subscribe it if you want to see it. So yeah.